Disney Junior invites you to join Charlie and Lola.
I have this little sister, Lola. She's small and very funny.
When Lola's imagination takes them to faraway places, it's up to Charlie to get them back.
Come on, we have to go home.
You'll never guess where they'll go next.
We must be in the Amazon rainforest.
Every day is a wonderful adventure. With Charlie and Lola, every morning at 8:30, 7:30 Central on Disney Junior.
Disney Junior presents brand new Henry Hugglemonster.
My show is gonna be awesome.
He's the little monster
5 years old is so almost 7 years old.
with a great big roar.
Roar! Admit it, you're impressed.
But when things get too wild,
We have a problem.
he'll do his best to keep things cool.
Hugglemonsters always find a way.
Don't miss brand new Henry Hugglemonster.
Roar some.
Tuesday to Friday at 4:25 on Disney Junior.
The moon is out tonight, and the stars are shining bright. Now it's time to rest. It's sleepy time.
May I present?
They're a royal family on an exciting journey together.
Can we go any faster? I don't want to miss anything.
It's the Disney Junior series, Sofia the First.
This is amazing.
And you're going to get to know the entire family, like her stepsister Amber. She always has plenty of royal tips. Let me straighten your tiara. Her mom and dad.
Ah, jiggly wiggly pudding. Great.
And her stepbrother James, who always keeps a special eye out for his new little sis. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Yeah! Get to know the new girl in crown and her whole royal family.
Good show.
Sofia the First, the series, right here on Disney Junior.
It's almost time for bed. Time for a story, time to rest my head. Almost time to close my eyes. It's sleepy time.
Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving, Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Days had passed since Henry had left the tunnel and returned to the yard for hard work. Sir Topham Hatt was pleased with Henry's determination, but found him to still have a fear of the rain. "It's only water," he would tell Henry. "I know that, sir, but I'm more afraid of the storms. There's no telling what they could do." James the Red Tender Engine would often tease Henry back at the sheds for his fears. "After all that, you're still afraid of a few drops of rain," he'd say. "If the rain washed away your green paint, being painted red wouldn't look too bad on you. On second thought, you put me in a bad light. I'd look less splendid because of you." "Say what you will," said Henry, "but one storm can cause massive confusion and delay." James just scoffed smugly. "Please! No rain is going to keep me from doing my job." He then puffed away to collect the express. The other engines, including Gordon, were unamused. The weather later worsened. Rain was beginning to come down. Droplets hit James and his coaches, but James coasted down the main line in record time. "What a scaredy cat! What a scaredy cat!" he laughed. But trouble laid ahead. The heavy rain had caused a mudslide to come onto the line. James's driver couldn't see it due to the heavy rain, but when he did, it was too late. He applied the brakes, but the heavy coaches and the slippery rails only made James slide and slide. James crashed into the mud, splattering all over himself and his red paint. He tried reversing, but his wheels were stuck. The passengers were yelling about how bad the railway was, and how silly of an engine James was. From the dry comfort of their coaches, of course. Henry was ready with a goods train, ready in the weather when the station master came. "James, the express are stuck. We need you to go the rest of the way." "Come on, old boy," said his driver. "We can't let the storm keep the passengers stranded." Henry later arrived to see James in the coaches. Now he had a laugh. "Oh, what a shame," he chortled. "That mud has really ruined your red paint. Perhaps you should turn green like me." "On second thought, don't. You'd ruin my image." James felt embarrassed. "Never mind," said Henry. "It can happen to any engine." Soon enough, Henry pulled James out of the mud and took him and the coaches down the main line. Together, they braved through the stormy weather, all the way to the last station. James was humbled. "I'm sorry for teasing you. You're splendid, Henry. That's all right, smiled Henry. I'm just happy that even on stormy days, I can be really useful.
The island of Sodor is a wonderful place. Thomas enjoys puffing all over the island. There are lots of special places to visit. Where's this? That's right. It's Farmer McColl's farm. There are lots of farms on Sodor. They have fields of green grass and yellow waving wheat. At Farmer McColl's farm, there are cows and sheep and chickens. Thomas and his friends toot hello to the farmers and animals. One day, Gordon had to move cows to their new shed in Farmer McColl's field. Gordon was in a hurry. He moved away too quickly. The car doors weren't properly fastened. Luckily, Henry was waiting at a signal. He saw what was happening and knew just what to do to help. Henry chuffed off slowly towards the new shed. The cows followed. They were hungry. They munched on the hay on Henry's flatbed. Gordon learned it's better to be slow. Emily learned that too when she wanted to help Thomas. One night, Emily met Thomas at a signal. She had been to the carnival. Thomas really wanted to go to the carnival, but he still had a lot of jobs to do. Emily told Thomas she'd take his train to the farm so he could go to the carnival. But Emily didn't know the vans were full of chickens. Emily raced away. The chickens squawked and cawed, but Emily wheeshed on. Thomas caught up with her. He told her there were chickens in the cars. They must go slowly, he puffed. Farmer McColl's farm is very special for one engine. And that's Thomas. One day, Thomas had been working very hard. He had lots of jobs. He still had to take chickens to the market, sheep to Farmer McColl's farm, and the children to school. By the time Thomas had picked up the children, Thomas was very tired. And he was getting confused. So Thomas took the chickens to school, the sheep to market, and the children to Farmer McColl's farm. But the children had a wonderful day. They helped Farmer McColl, and they were very happy to be covered in mud and straw. So that's why Farmer McColl's farm is very special for Thomas. There are so many special places on the island of Sodor. Next time, Thomas will show us somewhere else. Emily must go to Cronk Station, but she has never been there before. Thomas tells her about all the wonderful things she's going to see. First of all, said Thomas, you go through Knapford Station. Then you puff past the old lighthouse and cross over the iron bridge. I wonder if Emily can remember all those places. Through Knapford Station, past the lighthouse, over the iron bridge. Then Thomas tells Emily about even more places. You chuff up Gordon's Hill, into the castle tunnel, puff past the church, and steam through the Green Valley. Then you arrive at Cronk Station. Emily is ready to leave. Can you remember where she is going? First, Emily steams through Knapford Station. Then she passes the old lighthouse. Was it over or under the iron bridge? That's right, over the iron bridge. Then she puffs up Gordon's Hill. Then into the castle tunnel. Where is it next? Past the church. Yes, that's right. Then Emily goes through the valley and arrives at Cronk Station. Did you remember all those places Emily passed? Emily did. Well done, Emily. And well done, Thomas. All the engines on Sir Topham Hatt's railway look different. Can you tell who this is? This engine has 2 big pairs of wheels, 5 small pairs of wheels, and a tall, thin funnel. What else can we see on this engine? It's the number 2. Can you remember which of Sir Topham Hatt's engines is number 2? Here's another clue. This engine is a beautiful bright blue color. Only one engine on Sodor has all those wheels, is blue, and wears the number 2. Do you know who it is? That's right. It's Edward. Hello, Edward. Thomas, Toby, and Percy are taking some children to their favorite place today. Some are going to the seaside. Some are going to a picnic in the forest. And some of them are going to the ice skating rink. The children have made special flags for their trips. Can you guess who's going where? Here's Thomas. Thomas's children have painted a picture of ice skates on their flag. Where do you think Thomas is taking them? To the seaside? No, you don't need ice skates at the seaside. How about the ice skating rink? Yes, The children in Thomas's car will definitely need ice skates. Now they have arrived at their favorite place, the ice skating rink. Here's Toby. Toby's children have painted a picture of a bucket and spade on their flag. Can you guess where Toby is taking them? Do you think he's going to a picnic in the forest? No, you don't take buckets and spades to the forest. What about the seaside? Yes, the children in Toby's car will need buckets and spades. Now they can build sandcastles at their favorite place, the seaside. Only Percy is left. His children have painted a picture of baskets full of food on their flag. Where do you think Percy is taking them? Could it be to a picnic in the forest? Yes! The children in Percy's car will need baskets full of food. Now they can have a picnic in their favorite place, the forest. Thomas, Toby, and Percy have taken the children to their favorite places. Well done, all of you.
Thomas and the Old Timers. One morning, Edward waited at the junction for Toby the tram engine. The two had become good friends since Toby joined the railway not too long ago. Edward appreciated having another old engine on the line. Toby arrived looking very cheerful. Hello, Edward. This is a surprise.
The Fat Controller has asked me to come to the junction for a while to give you some help since you've just arrived.
That's good. I'm still getting used to working in bigger yachts. I appreciate your help. The two were interrupted by the whistle of Thomas the Tank Engine, who huffed angrily into the station, blowing steam everywhere.
I see you two intend to dawdle about all day while I shunt all the trucks.
Edward and Toby chuckled to one another. They knew that Thomas was acting too big for his wheels.
Of course not, Thomas. We wouldn't dream of letting you do all the work. Good, because these need sorting. I've got to go back to the quarry for more.
Thomas was uncoupled and raced out of sight. Well, Toby sighed, have you ever seen anything like it? The two engines commenced to shunting the trucks. Edward planned out their approach to the very last detail. Toby was amazed.
It takes great coordination to know where to put which truck in a big yard like this,
said Edward. You're teaching this old engine new tricks, Toby replied, smiling. The two engines were interrupted a second time as Thomas steamed in with another line of trucks to be sorted. Thomas, seeing that Edward and Toby had not finished with the previous set, became furious.
You old-timers are so unreliable, he muttered. Perhaps you would be more useful if you fetched the trucks instead. I'm sure I could have all of these trucks sorted and take my evening train by the time you get back.
Edward and Toby were offended, but decided not to reply right away. Edward had an idea to teach Thomas a lesson. He whispered it to Toby.
Very well, Edward replied. We'll change positions. You shunt here since you know better, and we'll fetch the trucks. I can't go all the way to the quarry myself, since I'm too heavy, but I'll help after Toby comes down the hill.
Deal, Thomas said defiantly. And so it was arranged. Toby and Edward set off for the quarry while Thomas set to work on the shunting. It was not long before Thomas realized that he was in over his head. He tried to rush, which made him very frustrated. No sooner had he put one truck in line that he realized that he needed to get to the truck behind it. Soon Thomas discovered that he was nearly late for his evening passenger train. He scampered away to find Annie and Clarabelle, thinking he could sneak back afterward to finish shunting. While he was away, Edward and Toby returned. Their yard was in an awful mess.
I had a feeling this would happen,
Edward smirked. Toby saw what he meant. Let's show him what us old engines can do. The two set to fixing Thomas's spirited but ultimately poor shunting job. They were very methodical about their approach, and in short order the trucks were nearly arranged. Thomas, meanwhile, was tearing back up the line after letting off his last passengers. As he approached, he saw how marvelous the yard looked, and couldn't believe his eyes. "What kept you?" asked Toby. Thomas jumped. He tried to speak, but he couldn't, for he was out of breath. The old engine smiled.
I suppose, Edward continued, that us old-timers are reliable after all. Wouldn't you agree?
Tidy up the room, grab a mop, a duster or a broom. If you leave your things upon the floor, I can't get through the door. Will you help me tidy up the room?
Coming up, get ready for Sofia the First on Disney Junior.
Party dudes and dudettes.
Higglytown is a small place with big heroic tales.
I need the help of someone special.
Where friends work together.
With a little imagination, there's no limit.
To make their town a safe place to play.
Yay! I can play, I can play, I can play!
You can learn how to be a hero too.
Work real hard, that's what we'll do. So we can be a hero, just like you.
With Higglytown Heroes, weekday afternoons at 1:12 Central. On Disney Junior, it can happen when you least expect it. The ouchies.
Oh no! My stuffing is leaking out. Is there a doctor in the house?
But never fear.
You're in the hands of the best toy doctor I've ever seen.
The doc is always near.
I haven't lost a toy yet.
Say hello to Doc McStuffins.
You can call me Doc.
The doc on the block.
The doc is in and she'll fix you up.
Awesome!
Doc McStuffins, weekday afternoons at 4:03 Central and weeknights at 7:30, 6:30 Central.
Will you help me tidy up the floor? Fill the shelf, the cabinet, the drawer. Kindly put your things where they get put, instead of underfoot. Thanks for helping tidy up the floor.
Now it's Sofia the First on Disney Junior.